Good morning, dear students. How are you? Yes, I am fine, and I hope all of you are fine. So, in the previous class, we have discussed about various subject. Yes, and in this class, we are going to discuss about the new subject. Okay. So, as we know, in our daily life, we are purchasing so many goods, and we are also using so many services. Yes, and for example, we are purchasing food items, clothes, books, bicycle, phone, TV, etc. So, and other hand, we are using so many services. For example, education service, transportation service, electricity, yes, and tailoring, music, and mobile and internet service. So these all service and goods we are purchasing, yes, and so the things or the services that the people are using, that we called consumers. Yes, and the people, they are engaged in the production of the goods and service, they are called the producers. Yes, so there are two main objects, that is consumer and the producers. So these all activities are known as the economic activities. Okay, so that is, in this lesson we are going to discuss about the economics. Yes, so that is the first lesson, introduction to economics. So okay, so in this chapter we are going to discuss about meaning and importance of economics. Yes, what is the economics? Yes, that is, what is the meaning of economics and what are the basic concept of economics. We are going to discuss about all these concepts. Okay, so let me start. So we are using so many goods, that is we are purchasing so many goods, and we are also uh, uh, we are also taking so many services from the producers. Okay, that is called economics. Yes, and there are two important objects are there, that is consumers and the producers. Okay, so these goods and services are made available to us at our place through transporters, traders, and shopkeepers, who are called distributors. Yes, so there are three main objects, that is consumers, those people that they are using that goods and service, that we called consumers. Yes, and the things or the services that are produced by a person, that we called producers. Yes, next one is distributors. What is distributors? So distributors means one person who distribute these all services. Okay, so you can observe here goods and services. So there are so many goods are there, for example food items are there. Okay, so and clothes are there, televisions are there, yes, utensils are there, chairs are there, so that we called goods. In the next, in the another picture, there are some services. For example, uh, tailor is there, yes, so and the baker is there, so these are the services. Okay, and so these goods and services we are uh, we are studying in this lesson. Okay, so next one is producer. Producer means, a producer is a person or a business that makes goods or provides services. And next, consumers. Consumer means he is a person or a businessman that buys or uses goods or services. That is, producers means he produces the things or services. Next, consumer means he consumes that things, that is called consumers. For example, producer means the producer means book industry. Yes, so book, in the book industry, a person he produce the books, and the consumer, that is the students, they are purchasing that books, and they become a consumer because they are taking that book. Okay, they known as a consumer. Okay, and we buy the required goods and services by paying the given price. Yes, in every product there is a price, so we should pay the price, and we should purchase that one. Okay, whatever we want, we have to give some amount, whatever the price of that product. Okay, and it is the value of the goods or services expressed in terms of money. Yes, and this means that to be able to buy different goods and services required by us in our daily life, we need money. Yes, if you want to purchase anything, we have to pay amount. Yes, then only we can purchase. Okay, and by virtue of the money, we are engaged in work or we are employed. Yes, if you want to earn money, we have to engage in a profession or we have to work something, then only we can earn money. Yes, and the income we spend becomes the income of the producers and distributors. For example, if you are purchasing some goods, so that we are giving some money to the producers and the distributors, so that money become producers and distributors as a income. Yes, and this is also the government which is responsible for maintaining law and order and providing some common basic facilities like good roads, electricity, internal and external security. Yes, so producers and the consumers, they are the main pillar of the economic activities. So like this, the government, they should have some provide some basic facilities like good roads, then only the uh, transport facility will be very good, then only it will become very fast. Okay, and electricity, yes, so sufficient electricity should be provided to the industries. Yes, and the government impose taxes for the goods and services it provides. Yes, so if the government, they are also imposing some taxes. Yes, for giving the basic amenities to the all this industries sector. Okay, so there is a normal day is a characterized by interaction among the producers, distributors, consumers and the government. Yes, and how each them earns income and how they spend from the core of economic activity. Yes, and economics may be described as the study of these economic activities. Okay, so let us discuss what is economic activity. Yes, so you can observe here. Yes, economic activities, the production is there, production, next consumption, next exchange and next distribution. Okay, so this we called economic activity. Yes, and important aspect is that we cannot have all the goods and services we wish because the money to buy them is limited or scarce. Yes, so we have so many desire. Yes, and the human wants are unlimited, we can't buy that all whatever necessaries. Okay, because the money is limited or scarce, and it is a common tendency on our part to choose the most pressing or important want first and postpone the less urgent ones. If we have 10 rupees, so what should we have to purchase? Suppose we are suffering by fever, so we give first preference to our health. Yes, and one more side, if you have 10 rupees and we are hungry, so we are giving first preference to our breakfast. Yes, and if you have 10 rupees and we have two desire. For example, first one is we have to purchase chocolate, and on other side we are suffering by fever, so the preference is first is goes to our health. Yes, because health is very important. On we can purchase anytime chocolate. Okay, so that is the first we have to give preference for the which is very important. Got it? And hence food is more important than going to a movie. Yes, so if we are hungry, we have 100 rupees, so first preference it goes to the food. Yes, if you are happy, then only we can watch movie. Yes, and purchasing seeds and fertilizers is very important than purchasing a tractor. Yes, for example, a farmer, he has some amount, so So he first of all, his basic need is purchasing seeds and fertilizer. Yes, if you don't sow, so what is the important for purchasing tractor? So that's why he give first preference to fertilizers and seed. Then only he can grow up some important things. Okay, and this classification of wants are more important or less is called prioritizing. Yes, and once prioritized, we allocate most of our resource to purchase the commodity which satisfies chosen wants, and therefore situation of scarcity, we choose the most desirable wants or prioritize them in order of importance. Yes, so that is which is very important, we should purchase that one only. Yes, and which is less important, we will postpone that one. Okay, and the scarcity and the choice are basic problems which everyone faces, and which are the central problems of economics. Okay, that is which is most important, that things we have to purchase. Okay, so this is main problems of the economics. And in this background, economics is defined as a social science. Okay, so and social science, and the examine how people choose to use limited or scarce resource in attempting to satisfy their unlimited wants. Yes, human wants are very unlimited because we have so many wants, and we have scarcity of our resource. So in this scarcity, we have to fulfill our all wants. Okay, and economics have defined economics variedly, but the above definition describes the central idea of economics. So let us discuss some important definitions that are given by the economics. Okay, so first one is economics is the study of wealth. Yes, so it is given by Adam Smith. Yes, so Adam Smith, he was the father of economics. Yes, so what is the meaning, or what is the economics? So economics is nothing, it is the study of wealth. Okay, so it is given by Adam Smith, and he is known as the father of economics. One more important definition is economics is the study of people in the ordering business of life. Yes, it is given by Alfred Marshall. He is also famous economist. And next one is economics is the science which studies human behavior as a relationship between given ends and scare means which have alternative uses. This is given by Lionel Robbins. Okay. And next one is economics is the study of how societies use scarce resources to produce valuable commodities and distribute them among different people. Yes, as we know, the sources is very scarce. So that's why we have to spend money very carefully. So this definition is given by Paul A. Samuelson. So these are the some important definitions of economics. Okay, and the word economics, it comes from Greek word that is okos, that means household. Okay, oikos, that means household, and nomos, that means manage. That is economics. It is word is derived from Greek word that is oikos, okos, that means household. Next one is nomos, that is management. Thus economics, it refers the art of household management. Okay, and that involves using the available means to satisfy the basic needs of the family as well as to prosper. Okay, and the same rule, when applied to the whole society, it implies that economics is the study of how the society uses its resources to satisfy the basic needs of the people as well as for their economic prosperity. Yes, and the organization of economic activities is called economy. Yes, so basically, so we have to manage the all economic activities, that is which is very necessary, so that we give first preference. Okay, so that we called economic or economy. Yes, so let me discuss about importance of the economics. That is, why should we study the economic? Okay. So first one is recognize the scarcity of resources against the unlimited wants. Yes, our wants are unlimited and we have to recognize our scarcity of resources. Next one is prioritizing the uses of resources and identifying more important and less important. We have to give the first preference which is very important, and which is not very important, that we less, that is less important, that means we have to give less important to that priority. Next one is economize, or we have to save on the use of resource and search for efficient ways of using the resources. For example, nowadays we are using petroleum. Yes, so we have to invent so many new product. For example, biodiesel is there, yes, solar energy is there, so we have to save our resources. Yes. Next one is engaging in economic activity to support family as well as the country. Yes, and every person, he should be he should be engaged in economic activity. Yes, and it is very important to the our nation, and we have to contribute to government's revenue and assist it is in discharge of its development and welfare programs. That is, every citizen, he should pay the taxes properly. Next one is understand socio-economic problems of the country like poverty, unemployment, inflation, etc., and try to provide solution to same. Yes, in our society there are so many problems are there that we are facing. For example, poverty is there, unemployment is there, inflation is there, and we should give some solution to these all problems. Okay. And next one is suggest better policies and better ways of implementing policies for bringing about desired growth and development of the country. Yes, so this is the importance of economics. Next one is economic activity. Yes, what is economic activities? As you know, wants are the basic for all economic activities. Yes, that is desire or demand. Yes, that is a basic activity. Okay, and most of the goods and services that we use every day are very limited in supply, and hence are not available free of cost. Yes, so everything or the every services that are limited. Yes, so that's why that are not that all things are not free, so we have to give some amount. Yes, and these goods and services are called economic goods and services. Yes, and we use our skills and labor to earn money and satisfy our wants by using that money. Yes, if you want to earn money, so we have to develop some skills, then only we can earn money, otherwise we can't. Okay, otherwise we have to make some work, physical work. Okay, for example, so many people are there, they are working as a labor. Yes, so they have some skills, then only they can earn money. Yes, and if you want to purchase something, so we have to give money, then only we can purchase. Okay, and the varied activities which we perform in order to earn money and wealth for satisfaction for of our wants are called economic activities. Yes, so we are engaging in so many activities for earning the money, that all activities are considered as a economic activities. And some economic activities are there, there are four economic activities are they have mentioned. First one is production is there, next one is consumption is there, next exchange is there, fourth one is distribution is there. So these all activities are considered as a economic activity. So let's discuss. First one is production. What is production? Yes, so production, this is the activities and those that produce goods and services. For example, agriculture is economic. Agriculture, it is a production activity. Animal husbandry is there, fishing and mining, forest development, and different kinds of industries, transport, communication. These all activities are considered as production. Next one is consumption. What is consumption? So goods and services are produced for consumption. Yes, so goods and services, these all these all services are for the consumption. Yes, so man satisfies his wants by using these goods and services, and that all activities are known as consumption. For example, so we are using train facility for transporting from one place to another place, so that we that service we are consuming, that is we are taking these services, so this service is called as a consumption. Yes, next one is exchange. Yes, so the producers, he produce the goods for the consumers, okay, and there is a marketing system to supply the produced goods to the consumers. For example, the producers, for example farmer, he grows some uh, sh- uh, he grows some fruits and vegetables, so he so he use some he come to the market and he sell that all vegetables. Yes, so in this system, activities of collection of goods and transportation, selling and buying, that take place, that we called exchange. For example, market is best example for the exchange. Next one is distribution. So the income that is earned through the production of goods has to be distributed to the various factors of production. For example, land is there, labor is there, capital and entrepreneurship or organization. Yes, so that have enabled the production. So for example, a farmer, he is a producer, or that consider as a production. So and next one is this process, it involves activities undertaken to determine the price of the factors of production, and the steps have to be taken to ensure that the income is earned and distributed among all factors in a just manner. Okay, so in this distribution sector there are four major concepts are there, that is land is there, so every farmer he has to pay some rent to the owner, and labor, he is working for payment, and capital, that is the producers, they should invest some amount, and next one is entrepreneurship or the organization. So these are the four important factors, and that is very important in these economic activities. Okay, and sometimes many activities which are not economic in nature, that become economic activities. For example, when a teacher, he gives free tuition at home to students, and it is not an economic activities. Yes, for example, that is those activities that are free of cost, that is not considered as a economic activities. Okay, and when the same teacher, he charges fees for giving tuitions, it become economic activity. Yes, that is whatever activity that is done for the money, that we consider as economic activities. And there are some activities are there, they are free of cost. For example, mother, he is working at house, so that we not, that is a that is not a economic activities, because our mother is working at our house by the affection and love, so that is not considered as economic activities. That means economic activities, it is done for only money. Yes, so this is all about economics. In the next class we are going to discuss about the next topic, that is micro and macro economics. So thank you for watching video.